Hi guys, this is Kesha, and you're watching Entertainment Focus.
How are you today, Kesha?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How long have you been in London?
Like 12 hours?
So-
About?
You
Oh wait,
feeling-
no, a bit more than that.
You feeling the jet lag yet?
A little bit, like I slept a little bit, and then woke up, and then ran around in the dark, and then came to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, this weather's pretty awful. Sorry about that.
I kind of like it. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's very quintessential London weather.
Yeah, but dark by 3 in the afternoon. It's not great, is it?
It's spooky. I'm into it. I like it.
So let's talk about your single.
Yeah.
It's out this week in the UK. It's looking really good for a top 10, which is
Oh,
fantastic.
amazing. Okay.
The first time I heard it actually was in LA a few weeks ago. But I was
Oh.
in a club and it came on and I was like, this is the new Kesha song. So tell us about it. What's Die Young about?
Die Young is my philosophy in life, is to live every day to the fullest and never take anything for granted, and to remain young and immature at heart, always.
And it's quite a party song, isn't it? It's quite, it really grabs your attention. Is that your intention with it?
I mean, it's my intention in general with everything.
Because your first album was really, every song was a great track. It was a real
Thank
party album. Is that something that you're progressing with the new album, Warrior?
Well, I think I've been coined like the party girl, which is appropriate because I'm really good at that. But with this record, I wanted it to be about, like, I wanted the essence of the record to be just magical. I wanted it to be about all the magical parts of life. So there are the let's get pissed and wasted and dance all night until the sun comes up songs. But then there are songs also about like ghosts and past lives and all sorts of kind of more hippie, supernatural shit. So I wanted to write about getting fucked up, but also other stuff.
So where did the title for the album come from?
That actually, Warrior, I wanted to sum up the energy of the record in one word. It was Warrior. And I came up with that when I went on this, like, I call it my spirit journey. But I was thinking about kind of my energy right now in general. I feel like fearless, powerful, and ready to kick serious ass. It's like how I feel right now.
And the cover of the album is really eye-catching. Like everything you do is really visual. How much input do you have into the creative?
Oh, everything. I mean, that's the thing, is if people like me, then they like me for like all my weird ideas, and if they hate me, then it's for all my weird ideas. Like, it's not contrived by somebody else, which I would prefer it that way. People like me for me, or they hate me for me, not for anyone else's ideas. Like, I always wanted to, from before the record was even close to done, I wanted this record to be called Warrior. I wanted to look like this like intergalactic hippie cult leading warrior goddess, and I was hoping that's what the cover looks like. It's kind of like an intergalactic hippie cult leading warrior
I think
goddess.
it does. I
Thanks.
think you've achieved that.
Good, that was the goal.
So we saw you on tour last time you were in the UK.
Yeah.
We saw you at Hammersmith. And again, the show was really, really creative, really visual, and you were playing instruments and things, and I think people were quite surprised. What do you always want to do with your live show? What do you want people to take away from it?
Well, I want it to be the best night of your life, pretty much. And yeah, I just want to help orchestrate that. Like, when I was younger, I would have certain bands that I knew they were coming through town, so I would like mark it off on my calendar. I would have my outfit ready. I would get my friends together. I would get the booze, put it in the water bottle, hide it in my purse, and just ready to have a balls out best night ever. And I want my show to be that for lots of people.
And how do you find the audience in the UK? Because they always say London is notoriously difficult to win over.
Oh, I find it quite the opposite. Or at least the people that came to my show were just ready to party. I think my fans, there's something about my fans, like, first of all, they're really good looking. I have the best looking fans in the world, I'm sorry to say, but my fans are better looking than anybody else's fans. And they all kind of we come together with the same common goal of just like having a fuck off great time. So I didn't feel like any coldness or any weirdness. Like everybody came like covered in glitter, screaming, crowd surfing, going nuts. And I love that. I live for that.
And what are your UK fans like when you see them out in the street when you're out shopping or sightseeing?
They're actually really amazing, like very polite, which, you know, in some territories that's not the case, but I had some girls show up at my hotel last time I was here like 2 weeks ago, and they were really sweet and kind. I was like, I'm sorry, I have to run to another interview, and they're like, it's okay, we made you like a little gift bag. They made me gift bags, and they were really sweet and polite, and they just, you know, they just want to get to know somebody that shares a similar view of the world, I think, which is carefree and irreverent.
And you're really treating your fans this year, because not only have you got the album, you've got the EP as well through your website.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
The EP is exciting because it's really stripped down. It's a very different take on songs that you may have heard off the last record or you're going to hear on the new record. It takes very electronic and very perfect songs and makes them organic and imperfect and raw. And it's just me singing through it once live without any effect or anything really. So it's a way for me to show my fans that you can take one song and depending on the music that surrounds it, it could be two totally different animals.
It's one of the things that I love about you personally is that just when people think that they've got you pegged, you do something that's completely different. So everyone says you're a party girl, and then you have a ballad on the album. Everybody says that you do electronic music, you do acoustic. Is that something you like doing, just to find people's expectations?
I just really think that you can be anything you want to be, and you don't have to just be one thing. And you can be all sorts of juxtapositions, and it doesn't make any of them not valid. You can be anything and everything that you want to be. And I think it is interesting that you picked up on that, and I love that, because people often try to put you in a stereotype of you're a certain kind of person, when really you can be all of it. You can be a rapper, you can be a singer, you can sing acoustic things, you can like get wasted, you can also be really smart, like you can be funny, like you can be all sorts of things, you don't have to just be one thing.
And I guess we're going to see all the different sides of you in your book as well that's coming out.
Yes, I'm really excited about my book. The past year I've been busy. I've been making my record, this EP, Deconstructed, and making a book called My Crazy Beautiful Life, which I'm really excited about because it shows just everything. Like I decided up front in the book, I was making it with my brother. He's helping me put together, and I was just like, just put my balls on the table, just put them out there. So literally there's like everything. There's me making out with Steven. If you do remember Steven from the first record, there's a picture of me and him making out after a show in New York. Then there's me wasted in Vegas, like 9 in the morning. Then there's pictures of baby pictures, ex-boyfriends, me struggling, like waiting tables before I made it, like everything. And then the whole making of Warrior, the whole process. It documents all of that. So, I don't know, if you're curious, you should check it out.
You actually had a chance, since it's all taken off for you, to sit down and look at all the things you've achieved. You've had amazing success. You're one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Have you sat down and taken stock of that?
No. I'm too busy doing more shit.
I was going to say, have you actually slept this year?
A couple times. I slept for like an hour yesterday.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
I know.
So my last question for you is, what are you doing for the holidays this year?
Holidays? I'm gonna try to take a minute. Like by a minute I mean like 5 days. I think I'm gonna try to go for like 4 or 5 days off. Let's see if that goes over well. But I'm spending New Year's Eve in New York.
It should be fantastic.
Yeah, and then I want to get on the road as soon as possible.
And you'll be coming back here, I presume?
Oh fuck yeah.
Good.